It's you, but just be ready for it to affect you as we go further into the morning hours as this lifts northward. So travel conditions today, even tougher than what we've seen recently. Not only are we dealing with, of course, flooded roads and increasing areas of water in our ditches, especially now in the Southern Valley as the Cheyenne Basin continues to open up. But on top of that, we're adding rain to the mix. We're adding some snow to your travels today. Wet roads, might be a little slick in spots. And the wind, that's going to be a factor for us all day. So here's a look at that radar again. This low that's developing is bringing snow all the way back into Montana. That line, that band that's stretching from it extends, of course, through the valley and all the way back into Wisconsin. So driving along I-94 between Fargo, Minneapolis, even back over to Jamestown, going to be a wet one here this morning. For now, this is lifting northward, and you can see there is a break. Once that clears, this main band clears, we'll be quieting things down precipitation-wise, but that doesn't mean we're done with chances for rain and snow coming up in the forecast, and we'll also have to put up with that wind through the day today. Until then, we're kind of in the thick of things right now in places like Fargo-Moorhead, back over to Barnesville. Now, some of these radar returns look pretty dramatic. You see this area of white, which indicates potentially snow in southwestern parts of Cass County. Like what's happening here is called bright banding. It's a radar issue where the radar is detecting melting snowflakes, and wet snowflakes tend to be more reflective than just the snow itself, and so the radar's thinking that it's a heavy snow coming down, or in the instance where we're looking down toward Lidgerwood, a very heavy rain. Still getting some good steady rain going on. We've had reports of a ½ inch or more of rainfall in spots, and this continues to push northward and affect places in the Southern Valley still too, so we're still adding that up. There is some changeover to snow. Jamestown reporting some snow this morning. Northern Valley, you can see more blue on the map, and gradually this will push farther north, and we'll see more of that moisture changing over to snow for the Northern Valley. That's, of course, where we have our winter storm watch starting tomorrow, but don't forget that you've got a chance for a little bit of snow even to start today. So expanding the view again, you can see the movement of this generally from southwest to north, or maybe north-northeast here this morning, and we're already quieting down in places like Edgeley and Ellendale. Temperatures, well, we're in the 30s and 40s. It's 41 in Fargo right now, 40 in Grand Forks. Temperatures pretty cold. We factor in that wind and it feels even colder. Add the rain and then that feels even more cold. So just keep that in mind. Today we're going to see those winds stay strong. We've got gusts into the 30s. Grand Forks, Devil's Lake gusting to 38 miles per hour. It's out of the east, and we could see some 40-mile-per-hour gusts before the day is done. So here's a look at that hour-by-hour planner. We're watching that precipitation, that moisture move northward. By 9 a.m., you can see Northern Valley is more the focus here. We've got the potential for more mix going on to some snow, and then it continues to push north into the afternoon. And then what we're left with during the afternoon hours is wind, clouds, perhaps a few sprinkles here and there, but overall a drier stretch. Temperatures not changing much in the 30s and 40s today. So raincoat, maybe an extra layer needed here. Now heading into this evening, we'll see more development. This is the beginning of that next round as another low is moving in. It's going to bring us a chance for some rain, maybe some rumbles of thunder this evening initially in Lakes Country, starting to change over to some snow, a mix happening here in northwest Minnesota into Thursday morning. I'm going to expand the view now for Thursday, and we'll watch that snow fill in northwest Minnesota, and that's when we can expect to see potentially some heavy snowfall rates in the north and into the east parts of the valley. And then that kind of taps in and joins forces with the other low that's been developing today, and that starts to swing through as we head into Friday. We'll get that wraparound snow throughout the valley, some of us picking up more than others. So taking a look at our snowfall risk here, we're talking about Friday evening. At that point, we have a decent shot at seeing 6+ inches of snow for some of us in the Northern Valley and to the east by the time this is all said and done. Lesser amounts to the southwest. Of course, our liquid potential corresponds with that. We have places that could get close to about an inch of rain liquid again here with this one, which is not good for flooding. The good, again, we were talking about this a little bit ago, the slight silver lining is that it'll be slow to enter the system if it's snow instead of all falling at once, as we don't want an inch of rain at once. And we've already seen a ½ inch this morning in the south. So lots of wild cards going on here with the flood fight, and we'll continue to monitor that for you coming up. Okay.
I'm sure there's a lot to go over. Never ending, it seems.
Right? I know. Wild weather, especially this week. We had our first severe thunderstorm warning of the season earlier this morning, and then we just had a winter storm watch issued for parts of the valley today, too.
Okay, get ready for it all. Lisa, thanks. Let's see how people are responding now to our question of the morning on Facebook.